Hey, it's Brian, and today I'm going to be doing an unboxing of the Revel Kit, the DIY electric skateboard kit that's literally so simple it's plug and play that'll have you skating in minutes. Now I ordered the Revel Kit with the extended battery option about 2 months ago, and it finally came in the mail today, so I'm super excited to open it up and let's see what's inside. Standard user guide here. Got the truck here. Looks like we got the charger here. And then the assembly kit itself. All right, so that's the rest of the charger. You can see we got the remote, the USB micro, battery charging dock, got the hardware, a riser pad, shock pad, and then we got what looks like the orangutan wheel adapters. And then here is the battery. And then lastly, get your standard skate tool. All right, that's it. Let's go ahead and jump into each of these components. So as you can see, we've got the standard kit comes with 90 millimeter wheels at 74A durometer. All right, so the trucks themselves, they are your standard reverse kingpin truck. So this is facing outboard, forward. Again, these feel nice. The bushings seem pretty much like plastic, so I'll most likely plan to replace these later, again, when I'm upgrading all my parts and components to this to make a more premium feel and increase the capabilities of this skateboard. So that's the trucks. All right, so the motors on this are dual 1100 watt brushless motors that give you combined direct drive power of 2200 watts, allowing this thing to reach a top speed of 28 miles an hour or 45 kilometers an hour. Now with this drive system, we don't have any annoying belts to deal with as far as adjusting the right tension or getting rocks caught in the belt like your standard boosted skateboard. And also, we don't have the harsh ride of a hub motor, which would be contained inside the wheel here with that thin polyurethane coat sleeve that's gonna make the ride a little bit harsher here. So, because we don't have that, and because we don't have the belts, we're kind of getting the best of both worlds here, with none of the cons with each of those systems. So, this kit is the ideal setup for me since I can use my own wheels, and it shouldn't be too loud. These will be quiet like your standard hub motor, but it should be sleek here with no exposed belts and motors being detached. They're kind of seamless here with the truck. And then also, like I said earlier, we've got these orangutan adapters that I'd be able to plug right here, that I can use my own wheels, which I actually do plan to replace a little bit later. Now what's great about that is that doesn't limit you like some companies do with having their own proprietary attachments. So if, for example, we had that proprietary attachment, that would force us to continuously have to replace the wheels through that company. This gives us the freedom here to use whichever wheels I want. This is the battery. This is the extended range version. As you can see here, 36 volts. We got 216 watt hours and a 6,000 milliamp battery here. This should allow us to go between 10 to 15 miles on a single charge, and that's with the stock 90 millimeter wheels. That'll obviously change based upon ambient outside conditions and different wheel size. I'll put that to the test in my video review later. Now, since this is a removable battery, all you have to do is just slide it on and off, and you can swap it out if your battery is dead. As simple as that. So with a fully charged spare battery, you'd be able to extend the life of your board and range. Just keep in mind the standard kits here are only going to come with one battery, so you'd have to order a separate one if you wanted to do that. All right, so the remote here is quite unique and different from your standard thumb wheel remote. You know, like you hold it like this. They're normally vertically oriented with the thumb wheel here. This is kind of horizontally oriented with a slider. Now it's a little different, but it's got a nice spring action here and feels honestly pretty nice to the touch. It doesn't feel cheap, lightweight, like it would break if you were to drop it. But with this lanyard here, it fits around my wrist. And honestly, this feels pretty simple to use. All right, so I was looking all over the internet, trying to find videos on how to use this thing and get it set up before I bought this to see if this was gonna work for me. So for those of you who are interested, I have the user guide. So this on the left is the battery indicator for the charger. Right here to the right is the battery indicator for the battery of the kit itself. Now, that center number is our speed. This number here to the right is our speed mode. This arrow is the direction that the wheels are going to be moving. And then down here shows that we are two-wheel drive with 90 millimeter wheels. So I've got it paired already in drive mode. Let's go down here to 1. You'll see it caps out here at 9 miles an hour. Go to drive mode 2. A little bit faster. 3. And then drive mode 4. All right, let's see if we can get into the settings mode here. So it said hold down the brake, which is the slider here, and then push the center button here 5 times. All right, so we got two-wheel drive mode selected. Brake level, you can choose between 100%, 80%, 90%. Looks about it. I'm gonna go 90%, keep it in the middle here. Wheel diameter, so let's see what we can scroll through here. So I like that it goes in 1 millimeter increments here. That's super convenient. What that go up to? 110 millimeters. So you got 110 millimeter wheel limit here, all the way down to 85. All right, since I got the stock wheels on right now, we'll stick with 90. All right, Bluetooth, sure, we'll enable that. And that's it for the settings. Now to turn this thing off, just take that center button, push and hold, and it's off. Now the hardware we have is your standard Phillips head hardware. So that should work fine with my deck that I plan on using this with. So the deck I plan on using is a Loaded Fattail with a Flex 2. But with that said, let's go ahead and pop the battery and the remote in their chargers, and let's go ahead and assemble this bad boy. Alright, so here it is, complete kit. Finally bolted everything on to it here, onto my loaded deck. Took a little bit longer than expected. The pre-drilled holes weren't quite the right spacing for the kit itself when I was trying to install it here on the trucks. But nevertheless, I got it on. So that's it for the unboxing. If you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you will be the first to know when I post that video review of this. And if you like this video, go ahead and drop a like. Let me know down in the comments below what you'd like to see next. Or if you have any questions, I'd love to answer them. So until then, see ya.